What's up? Welcome back to Tabletop Nights. It's Greg and Victor, and today we're looking at Project Raygun's Court of the Dead Mourners Call.
Very cool game. So we just had a few test rounds. It flows pretty well.
Yeah, it flows well, except we're rubbish at it, but that's okay. So what we're going to do here is we really just want to play through one round, including the setup, just to give you the flavour and why you might do certain things that might be a bit helpful for people learning the game.
It's not too hard, the setup we found. There's a certain amount of Unity tokens depending on the amount of players there are.
Yeah, it suits 2 to 5.
Yeah, so we're just doing a 2-1 here. Later on the channel, we'll be having a 4-player game, 3 or 4-player game, though, a proper play.
5 if we can get someone to volunteer. I guess as part of the setup, though, we've already chosen a faction. So everyone sort of chooses a faction which aligns with your ulterior motive card. Then we have starting cards here. So I've actually picked Flesh. So who did you pick?
I picked Spirit. So these cards stay with you for the whole game.
All right, so you can give me the Flesh ones and I'll pick.
Oh, yeah.
You give me the whole deck and I pick.
And then I pick a
Spirit one.
Spirit. Now, if there's a draw, I think it goes in reverse order.
No, if we both pick the same one, it would go back around the table, and I'd get last choice because I'm first player because I'm the eldest, and I have the Death All-Taker token.
So you'll know these cards are different to the rest of the deck because at the top right they have a special little icon. So make sure you keep an eye on that. That was confusing. That's only hidden in like a little small bit of text in the rule book. All right, cool. So they're gone. So we have our starting cards. They can be revealed. They should be face up. And then we do the...
Now it's the ethereal distribution.
Yeah.
So I'm the first player, so I get to roll. So that's only
Shocker.
5. I've got 5 etheria, and I'll have to make 3 piles.
3 piles.
The number of players plus 1. So I'll probably do a 2, 2, and a 1.
Yeah, so I pick first.
All right, I'll pick 2.
And then this one here goes into the
Death Forge, ready for later.
Yeah, ready for later. So just put that around this area.
And that is to pay for the Celestial Tithe over here.
Yeah.
So as this meter goes up based on certain things on the cards, you need to be able to pay that. So there's a blind bidding system.
So this will go towards that later. There are some cards that allow you to take from the Death Forge.
Correct. Wallows cards, we each get 1 Wallows card, which is just basically a quest for the round. Now this is visible.
Well, there's 3 things that can be in here. There's artifacts, quests, artifacts, events, and certain characters.
Yeah, these what are they called? The
Dearth.
These are Reekers.
Reekers, no.
Something like
Dearth
that.
is over here. So yeah, Reeker. Yeah, they are Reeker.
I can't remember what they're called, but it starts with R and they're purple, wolfy, spirit-looking things.
So these are face up as well. Mine's an artifact. So if I have 3 of any of these guild figures over here, for each faction, gain this artifact for the remainder of the game. So gain 2 Unity if anyone plays a Death Court card.
Okay, mine says if I have 2 guild figures in at least 2 bone locations, gain this artifact for the remainder of the game. This is the Trueborn Lantern, and I gain 2 Unity if anyone plays the Relic Ravlatch Court card.
Cool. Excellent.
So there's only about, I think there's probably, 15 court cards or something in here, roughly. So with 2 players...
well, it's got to be enough for every character to have 5.
Well, that's only in a 2-player game.
Oh, okay.
So in higher counts, you might only have 3 cards.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Right.
So we get 6, and we do 5 rounds of drafting.
Yep. So these are the court card draftings. We both get 6. We both select one, then we swap decks.
That's it. What am I going to do?
I picked mine.
You're not getting that one. No way.
So really important, and each court card, there's basically 2 things you can do. There's the top ability and the bottom one. So you can select either of those to play each time. So we go back and forth until we both have 5. So I've got 4 currently. So this is my last selection.
Yeah. And then
the other ones get discarded.
Now, there is quite a bit of handling and shuffling in this. So if you can find... I'm not sure what size some of these cards are, but I think you'd be struggling to find sleeves for some of them, but I haven't looked yet.
So now we go into playing the action phase.
Action phase, which can be a combination of buying figures, moving figures, playing court cards.
Yep.
And you can pass. There's another one. What's the other one? We've got...
We had to do this as well. Oh, we've already got it. So we have to get our figures from these cards.
Oh, yeah, we do.
So once you get... What's it called again? Or what are these called?
This is your start sort of Mourners card. It's a
Mourners card. So I would get a one from the Dreadsbane Order.
Yep, so these are all Mourners, all these ones here. I don't know if we can see them there. Yeah.
So really important, one thing that we sort of struggled to do a little bit is you got to keep track of which ones you get on the bottom section. So I got a Dreadsbane order, so please put my token onto number...
That one there.
Yeah.
See, it shows that you've got one there. This is just a quick way of tracking. And I've got one of the Conclave of Shadows, so that's there.
And these abilities activate in the sort of at the end of all the action phases.
Correct. So there'll be a bit where the board activates and provides some benefits, then this track activates.
Yep. So there's 3 ways to get different victory points towards the end of the game. One is to move these influence counters up the board. So you'll notice on the top of the board, it says 0, 1, 3, 6, 10, 13, and 15. So the more you have of influence, the more towards the end of the game you get. Also, Unity is worth 1 point.
Yep.
There are some Unity tokens that... some cards that can make these Unity tokens worth more.
Worth more at the end of the game.
Yeah, and then you've got... What was the last one? Oh, your
Ulterior
secret
motive,
cards.
ulterior motive card.
Yeah. So again, mine was I gained 2 points for each spirit you control at the end of the game. So I already control one.
Yeah, now they would be secret. You don't have to reveal that.
No, that's
bit.
a secret one. Yeah.
So mine says gain 4 points for each flesh faction I control at the end of the game.
Cool. So you get to go first. So because you're the older player as well, you also got
They all take a token.
Yeah,
Yep.
which allows him to sort of gain favor at the end of the round.
That's right. I can break a tie. And there's only one other way to get this off me, and there's a card in here, the Death All Taker card, which is a court card.
Yeah. So random. So.
All right. So I'm going to do one of Victor's favourite moves. I'm going to use Cleopsis straight away, and I'm going to steal 2 of your flesh, please.
2 of my flesh. So you both start on 3 of each influence.
Yep.
That's another important
And this
part.
one puts the Dread's grip thread up one space.
Cool. Beautiful.
Over to you.
Nice.
So again, during the round, you're trying to build up enough Etheria to be part of the bidding so you don't lose Unity. You don't want these tracks to get too high. If this track gets too high, more Etheria is required for the bidding. If this one gets too high, if you have a certain number of your own guild figures in a single location, you have to roll for those locations, and there can be some effects where they get thrown back to your crypt.
Pretty naughty effects. So I'm going to use Mortagul, which is gained 3...
3 Etheria.
Etheria.
Straight away. All right.
So you spend these to recruit more guys.
Correct.
So you need 3 to do that.
Yep. Now, to get a guy off your board, which is what I'm going to do right now, just for a bit of variety, each location does different things, but right now I'm going to try and build up, say... I'm going for flesh at the end of the game, so I want to have some flesh stuff.
So there's 3 sections to each location.
Yep.
You have the influence that you must spend to put a character on that.
Yep.
A character of any faction or guild. Then you have obviously the name. You have the number as well. That's really important to keep an eye of. Because
they're all done in that order.
Yep.
Yep.
And then you have the ability that'll happen at the end of the turn.
So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to spend 1 flesh to put and again, this can be any type of figure, into a flesh environment. So I'm going to put that one there. This is worth 2 influence of any type.
Yep.
At the end of the turn.
All right, excellent. I'll do the same just to sort of keep the game flowing. So I'll spend a spirit to put a spirit over here. I found that one was quite good last time.
Yeah, it gives you a guild figure.
Yeah, but it does get dangerous. So again, the higher this goes, the harder it is to have... You don't want too many guild figures on the board, so it's a risk to get them for sure.
And the benefit goes to the person that has the most guild figures, or they're leading. If there's a tie, no one gets the benefit.
Yeah. So basically now we just go back and forth until both of us pass. Once we both pass, the round ends. So Greg could finish all of his moves and have no more passes. Have no more moves, so he'll just keep passing. But that doesn't matter if I still have moves. I can keep going until I run out.
All right, I'm going to play Relic Ravlach. I'm going to do reveal the top 3 cards of the Wallows deck, and I can put any revealed artifact into play for my own benefit for the rest of the game.
Oh, that's really good.
Or gain 2 2 bone. So can I have 3 Wallows cards, please?
Yeah.
Hopefully there's an artifact in there. And on these cards, there's sort of a section at the top of the Wallows card that you have to complete the quest to then make it an artifact. In this case, I get to have one of these as an artifact straight away. Look, just for ease, I'm going to use the Long Reach Scythe, which discard this card to break 1 tie. So that's already in effect. And these get discarded.
Yep. So that's your turn.
That's my go.
Right, so now I'm actually going to use 3 Etheria to recruit another guild member. So I have a bit of a theme going. I like my spirits, so I'm going to recruit another one of these guys. So now you have to move that up.
Is that the
one.
tree one or the...
Number 3, please.
Number
Same
3.
one. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Up 1 more, thank you. And then it's on to you. Your turn.
All right, I'm going to play Demethyle, the Exalted Reaper General.
Yeah, that'll give you +2.
So it can give me +2, or I could place him in a location. So, but then he won't help me here. So I'm actually going to just take the 2 Etheria,
and +1 bone.
And I get 1 boner.
1 boner.
Right there.
Influence.
Hey, we got culture in Australia.
Absolutely.
Yeah, mate.
All right.
All
So
right.
I'll spend my last influence
Of flesh?
No, spirit.
Oh, spirit.
Yep, and put him there.
I'll tell you what, when we first looked at this, we thought, oh my God, icons. What are we going to do? You play 1 round and you go, oh yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. It's so easy. Like these cards look like they're math equations, but they're really not.
They're really easy to understand.
Yeah, for sure.
Here's a handy hint for you, Victor. Did you see that before?
Ooh.
This here actually says that little arrow and back to your crypt.
Oh, okay, cool.
So it's not actually in the rules.
Now, also, because I recruited, this goes up 1. Whenever I recruit a figure, so this is from before, so whenever you recruit a figure, it goes up 1. All right, now it's my turn. I'll do something a little different.
Ooh, here we go.
Just to, again, because it's a bit of a how-to video.
You're going to be nice.
No.
Oh.
I'm going to put Kia on the board.
Oh,
so
no.
place Kia in any location to protect it from the Dread's Grip threat later on. It's not really going to help me at the moment, but what I'll do is he's a special figure, so he's only one of a kind. The only way to get him on the board is with these cards.
Right.
So you actually get the base for your color, and I'll put him, and he gets this effect at the end as well.
Yep.
So he's considered a spirit. So I will get...
So do you have to put him in a spirit location?
I'll put him in a spirit location because I want to. But it's any. It does say any. In any location.
And that protects it from that. Yep.
Yeah.
And all right.
That's my turn. So he has been spent. So he'll go back at the end of the round. He'll go back out of my supply.
Nice. All right. I'm going to spend 3 Etheria. Because we haven't used one of these guys yet. Let's do something different.
No.
Can I have one of the Mortis Knights, please?
Is that the guy with the scroll?
The shield.
Shield guy. Oh, they're cool. They're really cool figures.
So that's a +3 Etheria type bizzo later on. He goes into my crypt. Over to you.
Beautiful.
All right, now, because I recruited,
this goes up.
This goes up.
Absolutely. All right, so you've walked right into my trap. So I will use... Oglavaliel, can't pronounce that. Spend any, select any guild figure. So I'll select the one in your crypt.
No.
Spend 1 influence of that type to return it to the supply. So I'll spend 1 to put him back to the supply.
Foxtrot Oscar.
Yeah, so he's back over here.
You're a dirty dog.
Well, I didn't want you to be able to put him on in play because we're getting close to the end here.
You do love the cards that just destroy everyone else, don't you?
Absolutely.
I'm just going to use Exrail. I'm going to use this bottom section here. So I'm going to exchange 2 influence of one type for 3 of another.
That's a good one. You've got a lot of influence.
So I'm going to do
bare.
2 of spirit to get 3 of flesh.
That's really good. My turn?
Yeah.
I will go... I'm going to use this card here. So I'm just going to use the bottom ability on this one, which is just gain 2 spirit. 1, 2. Over to you.
Over to me.
Don't forget to use your special card if you can as well.
I think I'm going to spend one. Oh, I can't spend that. I've spent all my spirit, so I can't even move to where you are. Damn it!
Yeah.
Damn, that's not what I meant to do. Okay, all right.
No, okay. I think it'll be interesting. So undo.
No. It's all good. All good. I'm just going to play Shard. So that reduces this by 1. I gain 1 unity.
Have your filthy unity. So the game ends when there's no more unity in here, basically.
Yeah, you basically have finished that round. And gain 1 celestial.
This
and
goes up 1.
1 influence. So I'm going to take 1 spirit. I will do my bidding.
Now, do you have to move from like that, or can you move anywhere?
I can move anywhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful. All right, so I'm going to use my special card.
Mm-hmm.
So once per action phase, you may spend 2 influence. I'll go one of those and one of those. To exchange a court card in your hand for one previously played this round.
Oh.
So that's really good, isn't it?
Not really. Not happy.
Good for me. What was that awesome one you used before?
Yeah, I'm not telling you. You can jam it up your clacker.
Hmm.
Now we're asking Victor to think here now.
That's right. I'll play this. I've got this card. So now this card is tapped.
Right.
So once per action
is that
phase.
the action?
That's the action. Once per action phase, you may spend 2. Yep. So that's the action.
Does it say it's an action though?
Um.
Because all you've done is you've used that card. I don't think
It says activate Mourner card.
Okay.
So that would be considered
Would count
an
as an
action.
action then. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So your turn.
My turn. All right. So I will now spend that little spirit that I took. And I'm going to move this guy to there.
How interesting. All right, my turn.
Over to you.
I will use my last card to gain another 3
Etheria.
area, which is going to come
Wow.
in very handy later.
Is it?
You're going to win because you have the most influence. If we're only
Well,
doing one round.
It's not a winning. It's not about winning,
It's
Victor.
a how-to. It's a how-to.
It's a how-to.
And then over to you.
What can I do? Can only move people. Or... Nope, that's it. I pass.
All right, so it's my turn. So I will recruit another
Again?
member. Thank you. I will recruit this chick
This chick.
because I don't have any of those yet. And I end my turn.
Right.
Over to you.
I pass.
I will use my last influence. And I have to put it on one of these too. So there's not
flesh
much
one.
point, but I will put it here.
Right. I love your work,
Yeah.
Mr. A-hole. So we don't even get to use this because there'll be no tiebreakers.
No tiebreakers.
So sorry we can't show you that because Victor was just being...
I'll move. I'll spawn there. No, that still helps actually.
Well,
Yeah.
It might be interesting to show. That's
No,
all.
no, no. Yeah, absolutely. You're right. So I'll spawn her there.
Okay.
So
Well
that's
done.
the end. I pass.
And then I pass again.
Well, you pass and then I pass.
Yep.
Cool. So let's go on to the
Dread's grip.
Dread's Grip threat. So it is now at 2.
Correct.
So we have 2 there and 2 there.
That's right. That's the limit.
Yep.
So
So
we're
we can't
okay.
have any more. So had we
So
had...
if we'd had a third, we would then roll and potentially someone gets sent back to the crypt.
Yeah.
That's all that is.
So that's really easy to keep on top of. Yeah. Just keep your characters even to or less than the location limit.
I'm assuming further up the track, if it's a 10, like they die. Everything in that location would die.
Yeah. I don't see that happening, but that's okay.
Now we've got to pay the celestial tithe.
Cool.
So we require 3 ether.
There's already 1 in the Dearth Forge.
I only have 1. This is again a blind bid, and you bid how many you want to.
Cool. So I bid a 2.
Yep.
So I win, but I also make sure that we succeed. So what do I get for winning?
You get a good smack in the chops.
You get a prize! A $3,000 vacuum cleaner.
Yep. So the quota was met.
Yep.
The player who contributed the most gets 3 unity.
Wow.
Any player who did not contribute at least 1 loses 1 influence. So that was a bad idea. I should have. Again, we're just demonstrating. What I would normally do is I would have thrown that one in because you don't want to lose
potentially
these points.
though, because that is very important for you to have that.
Yeah,
well, you can't buy anything.
No, but I've essentially dropped down from 3 to 1. So if this was
true.
towards the end of the game,
this was the last round. Yeah.
The last round, I'd be going for points, not worried about Etheria as much.
All right. So now we're on to the resolve locations and guilds.
Correct.
So we do it by order of number.
Correct.
So there's a draw here. Well, what are the odds?
Okay, so I can put the All Taker in to take that one.
So this character basically breaks a tie.
I could use it down here, but there are no ties down here. So I would win that one.
Yeah, which is +3.
Yep.
Okay, so you get that.
And then work our way through. So we get to number 6.
So number 6 is I get one...
A flesh figure.
No, one spirit figure.
Oh, spirit figure. I keep getting that one wrong. Yep.
And then you can move me up on the Underworld Guild board, please, to 2 on the 4.
That's this one?
Yeah. Oop.
Now, because this goes up...
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's not going up anyway because of...
We've already done that section of the phase, yeah.
Yep.
Yep. And then...
Oh, it's that or... one flesh influence.
I'll gain the flesh
influence.
influence.
The flesh influence.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yep.
And then we go over to 8 here. So I get +1 spirit influence for each of my spirits there.
Yes.
So I get an extra 2
more.
1,
That's
2.
it. Nice.
And then we do the guild.
Correct. So there's nothing here because you smashed him off the board. Nothing here. You now get to take the Dreadsbane token.
So the Dreadsbane token, well, what did that do again? That was...
So if this Dread's grip threat had happened, you could say, I'm putting it there, the rolls don't apply to that zone.
So it's actually fairly handy to have, especially later on in the game.
Particularly if it's going to kill off your dudes.
Yep.
Yep.
Number 4 now.
Number 4, this would drop by 1.
Jump 1.
You'd gain 1 unity.
I gain a unity.
And 1 of any influence. Any influence?
I'll gain that one there.
This one is spend an influence and remove 1 guild figure off the board for that same one.
Yep, so the Conclave of Shadows, if Greg spends 1 influence, he can use that influence to
return that guild figure to the supply.
Now, the negative thing is that you don't have any spirit influence.
So I can't do it.
So you can't do it. But just say you had one, you would push it back to the supply of the board.
Well, I'd push one of yours back.
One back, yeah.
Not one of mine.
And no one had the last one, number 6, so that doesn't happen. And then we do the cleanup phase. So I believe you have something during the cleanup phase. Your card.
Yeah, so during the cleanup phase, I can gain 2 flesh. So I gain 1, 2.
Nice.
Which would have been nicer.
Yeah.
There was no other ties, was it? I could also have discarded that scythe for it to break a tie, the same as the Death
that's not bad,
Taker. I didn't complete this Swallows card.
I didn't complete my objective either. So if you have at least 1 figure in at least 1 location for each faction, so there's only the 3 factions, then I gain the artifact for the remainder of the game. I gain 2 unity if anyone plays the Death Court card.
That's it.
Yep.
So they would get chucked out.
Yep, they get binned, and then you would draw another one.
Well, then we'd start again.
Again.
If you're a distributions, we would start again, and we go through the whole process again. And that's kind of all you need to do to play the game.
So just say we have none of these, we would then resolve the victory point scores.
End of game scoring.
Yep. So do you want to give an example of how many you have?
So you base it on your influence. So there's a track along the top.
What was your secret ability again? Did that contribute?
My ulterior motive.
Yep, your ulterior...
Well, it was gain 4 points for each flesh faction location you control at the end of the game.
So you have nothing.
So 0 there. So I'd get... Then unity is worth 1 each for me. So that's worth 1. 1 for that is 2. And 6 more is 8.
So he had 1 influence in the bones. He had 6 points in flesh, none in spirit. So that's... how many? That's 8 points.
So that's 7 there, plus 1 unity is 8.
It's 8.
That's
so my
totals.
secret card was gain 2 points for each spirit you control at the end of the game. So this special guy, where's he? This guy doesn't count because he's back.
Right.
So it'd be 2, 4,
he'd be part of the cleanup. Yep.
Yeah. So 2, 4, 6.
Yep.
7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12. 13, 14, 15, 16.
16. There you go.
But again, just a test round. So I was really lucky that I had the Faction of Spirit.
Yep.
So again, I got 4 Unity coins, 4 points, plus I had 1 in my Crypt as well.
Yep.
So it's 2, 4, 6, 8, plus 1 in Flesh and 3 in Spirit.
Yep.
So pretty easy game.
Pretty easy game. It takes you at least one good 2-3 rounds maybe to get through the whole thing and figure out what's a good strategy. But I'd say it's good. It's got the Wallows cards are open quests, which everyone knows. So you can go, oh, he's doing that. You've got your ulterior motive for the end of the game. You can see where they're building up in Flesh, Bone, or Spirit. Nice little drafting element. It's not too onerous. There's not a lot of cards. If you're playing like a 4 or 5 player game, you've only got 2 cards, so that part's pretty quick. The rest is just about grabbing Unity, spending Etheria, a bit of bidding. It's got just about everything.
The board's really good as well because it tells you where to put everything. You don't have to keep track of it yourself.
And you've even played upside down.
And it hasn't been that difficult
hasn't
at
been
all.
an issue.
Yeah. The only thing you have to keep on top of is if you play a court card that tells you to draw one of these, you draw 2 and you pick 1.
Yep.
When you pick one, you play it, you automatically gain the bottom of the card, so the figure, and that's something we missed a few times.
Yeah.
And then when you recruit that member, again, this goes up.
Yep, correct.
So cool.
Yeah, that's an easy one to forget.
Yeah. All right. Well, we hope you learnt from this. This obviously isn't like a full-on how to play, but this is just a quick round. If you have any questions, let us know. We can pull the rule book out and try to help you best we can. Thank you very much for watching. Let us know if you enjoyed this video. Give us a like. You got to smash that like button. We don't get enough likes on the channel.
No,
Greg.
we don't.
No. So
look, subs have gone pretty well lately. So everyone, thanks for subscribing.
Absolutely.
Recently. It's been great.
All right. Until next time. See ya.
See ya.